So today on Steve Bannon's podcast, on his War Room podcast, he had Matt Walsh on there, who's a conservative pundit, and comes out and says, well, now that the election's over, we can just might as well tell you, Project 2025 is the Trump agenda. And I'm pissed, because I've been saying for months now that we had to watch out for Project 2025. I did mention it, but you got a lot of pushback from people. Well, Donald Trump says he knows nothing about it. He's not going to do Project 2025. That's the Heritage Foundation. That's not Trump. That's not Trump. Well, now they're saying it. They're going to try to go for it. They want to go for Project 2025, which is coalescing as much power into the executive branch as they can, getting rid of as many federal departments as they can, putting a bunch of Trump loyalists at every position that they can. And they're not going to go for experts for cabinet positions. You're going to have somebody like RFK Jr., who's a known anti-vaxxer, running the Department of Health, deciding, who's going to be the Surgeon General, things like that. This is going to be bad. And, we were ready for it. We said this is what was going to happen, but nobody believed the pundits. So I hope we're ready for it. There's going to be a lot of government agencies that are going to potentially go away. Department of Education, National Weather Service. They want to privatize that. They want to get rid of FEMA, put block grants to the states to let them deal with their own disaster relief, so there will be no federal aid coming to people anymore. You're complaining about the initial $750 from the federal government to hurricane victims. How are you going to feel when there's no federal relief coming, period? When the federal government just doesn't do anything. And we warned you. Our only hope is they have not called all of the House of Representatives seats yet. Our only hope is that Democrats take the House, even by a slim margin, so they can stop and barricade up whatever they can and keep things running halfway smoothly by doing what Republicans like to do and gum up the works and block everything. And then we got to put the work in and get to 2026 and retake Congress in the midterms. Donald Trump will be term limited at the end of 2028. I don't believe there's going to be any way they can pass any sort of constitutional amendment to allow him to run again. That's if he's even healthy enough to still be president by the end of his term. And from there, we have to go ahead and prepare for whatever 2028 brings us. But we should never have been put in this position to begin with. And I just hope we survive until then.